Hello, my stitcher friend. This is your stitcher friend from the Philippines. This is James, the page stitcher, and welcome to my first ever Stitch with Me video. But I'll be naming it as Stitch with Me number 26. Usually, I do a Stitch with Me live, but this time, actually, I did a live a while ago, but I decided to erase it, deleted it, and I decided back again to um, film it right now. So as you can see here, the whip that I am stitching is a new start. This is a full coverage project, and this is from Heaven and Earth Design, and this is from Ciro Marchetti, and this is the Spirit of Autumn. This is stitched on an 18 count Aida fabric 1/1, and I just started this one, so I have now 24 stitches, and this is the fourth color that I am using right now. So the method of stitching that I am using is cross country, 2 blocks. So first I'll be filling out these 2 blocks, and then after that one I'll be uh, going here to the next one, and then I'll stop on the fifth one, which is the 1000 stitches mark, and then I'll go back here and then fill out the next 10 blocks, but by 2. So recently I just uh, used the parking method on the weeks ago, and by this time I am doing it this one by block, but not using the parking thread. The reason is I think it's quite easier for me to stitch this, to make stitches if doing the parking method. I think I'm comfortable of this kind of method. So I did a lot of changes when it comes to the stitching method. If it's yes, it depends upon on how you are comfortable with when with the method of stitching. So for me, I'll go for this one, cross country. Aray, cross country by 2 blocks. And then I just recently bought many of this floss drop organizer. So it has 37 holes, and I also change on how I organize my floss. Right now I am using the drawers, and then since I am stitching now mostly full coverage projects, so I decided to buy this one. And then I just had finished today so far, so I am on number 718. So I already have 5 of this one. So I hope this floss storage method is uh, is okay for me when I am stitching full coverage project. So, so let's go back to the stitching. So I think this will be my last full coverage new start. I don't know. Yes, so far, my last, because I don't have any fabric yet. So I've got several I got several changes on the fabric that I use on my full coverage. The first one is I the first count is 14 count, because during that time I didn't know that there are different counts of Ada fabric. So 14, I use it on my first full coverage whip, and also I finished also a Heaven and Earth design using 14 count. That was 4 years ago, to 2021. And then when I discovered that there are lower counts, so I did try to buy 18 count fabric. I think I did buy the they called it streaming fabric. uh, the holes are quite big, and then I was not satisfied with my stitches, especially with the excess. So I decided to purchase 16 count fabric. So most of first my earlier whips are from 16 count. And then I also tried to stitch again on a 14 count fabric, but decided to restart it into 18 count. So uh, I restarted the Mediterranean harbor, and then what else? I haven't restarted the mini Victorian Garden and the mini Colmart Street, which is an Heaven and Earth design that is from Dominic Davison. And then I think I the Riverwalk Charm. I already restarted it. So sometimes there are times you evolve your, what you call this, your preference evolves from time to time, especially when choosing fabrics. Just like on my fancy lady whips, I was do using 16 count on my early year Bella Filipina whips and Mirabilia whips. And then I also tried 32 count Lugana. I also tried 32 count mm, what's the other term for that one? Not even weave, but I did not like it. So I stick to 16 count. uh, I did not like it because I was disappointed on stitching it in 1/1 instead of 1/2, 2/1, 1/2. Excuse me. And then I discovered 14 count, which because of Bella Filipina. So right now I am comfortable stitching with 14 count on my fancy ladies. But for for um, full coverage. Okay with 18 count. I have plans to purchase 25 count even weave, and maybe in the future I'll be stitching the other bookshelf patterns of Amy Stewart from Haed using 25 count. So I think I'll try to I'll try to purchase a meter of fabric, and then I hope you watch my latest flush tube video update, which is flush tube number 68, where I shared their 5 whips. So 4 are full coverage and 1 is an alforest embroidery. And then I also shared on that video my 4th released pattern, which is Sweet Dreams, and I hope you like it. So if you haven't watched my previous video, please do watch it, and to those who already have, thank you very much for watching, and also who have commented that my voice is okay and loud and they can hear it clearly. Thank you very much. So speaking of my new pattern, which is Sweet Dreams, uh, my pattern, I charted it on Floss Cross, and if you are interested, you can email me, and you can message me on my Instagram account, which is also James the Page Stitcher. One, two, three, four. Okay. So I did a mistake on the grading. Good thing that there is pattern keeper. So while I'm stitching, I'll be sharing to you my experience on my vacation last March 28 until April 1. Yes, so it's a 5-day vacation together with my office mates and some friends of from friends of theirs. We did a trip to the northern part of the Philippines, which is Baguio. During March, April, and May, the it's quite hot here in the Philippines. So some people opt to go to cold places like Baguio, which is located at a on a mountainous area or an elevated area. so it's quite cold there, and most of, especially we called it summer here. When it's summertime, most of the usual destination is going to Baguio. That's why it's called the summer capital of the Philippines. Although here in our place in Davao City, we also have that kind of place, which is also quite cold, but I haven't yet visited in my lifetime Baguio. I it was I almost visited Baguio during 2000, but it was then that time the start of the pandemic, so we canceled our flight. I think 2 days before the lockdown, it was our flight. So I decided together with my friends not to uh, proceed with the trip. If that happened, I don't know what will we do, because it's they declared lockdown, and I was not able to easily go back home during that time. It's quite scary. So just blessed that we were not able to push through on that during that time. So after 5 years, with another group of friends, I was able to go to Baguio. But before that, we went to another province, which is a bit um, colder there, which is we called it Mountain Province. So we visited uh, rice terraces and Banawe, and then we also visited we had a long walk on they called it Marlborough Hills. It's like a sea of clouds when you go there, but during that time there was a lot of fog, so we didn't see the sea of clouds. And then we also visited the blue soil, where it was literally blue because of the um, components of the soil that the soil becomes blue. So it was a long walk. We the trail we just did at least 3 hours. We started no 4 hours. We started 5 o'clock in the morning, and then we finished the walking the trail at around 9 o'clock. So, but we did have different stops. So it was a long, long, long walk, and our legs and our what do you call feet are a bit strained already. But luckily, fortunately, before the trip, I just had some exercise. I also a walk. I did when I after I finish working, I just walk at least a kilometer going to ride a jeep going home. So I did that from Monday to Friday. So at least the what do you call this? At least the aching is not very very achy. So after that one very long walk, we go to we experience to go on a cave which is 40 compared to it's a 40-story deep cave. So we tried that one. It's quite a bit dangerous if you don't have a guide, but when we got there on the bottom part of the cave, we were so amazed with the rock formations. It's uh what you call this? It's a beautiful experience, but quite scary, dangerous, but we did enjoy. So if you have watched my videos on Instagram, you will see there that I was holding a rope going down, um, like 10 feet, or yes, 10 feet down, and then going up. It was also my first time doing that one. I'm quite scared on doing that, but I'm happy that I um, experienced that one. The water was very cold. There are parts that are slippery, so you need to be careful when you step on the stones and to the trail. And actually, our guide said that there is an exit on that on the cave, but it will take us 4 hours to do it. But since we only suggested the bottom part of the trail, so it was a very very memorable experience of ours, especially to my workmates who are all ladies. I did saw it on some TikTok videos, but I didn't realize that it was that kind of uh, hard to do it. So I think we at least 2 to 3 hours we got back after 2 to 3 hours. So we were very sweaty when we go up, and my uh, when we got down to the cave, uh, my legs are shaking. And if ever that I'll be doing it again, I won't do it. I I'm satisfied with uh, one experience of that one. So that's the story of the cave. There are numerous rock formations that are quite beautiful when it hit with lights. And then the next day, what else did we miss? Oh, on the next day, my God, we visited many flower gardens. So There are many beautiful flowers that we gardens that we visited on the one of our on our itineraries. And we also usually walk we did many walks. That's the what do you call this, the disadvantage when you are doing like when you are going on a trip, especially on provincial trips, because you usually walk in order to see the beautiful uh, scenic spots, the flowers, and many more. And then after we finished in Mountain Province, so uh, we went to Baguio. So we experienced walking on the famous Session Road. It's the famous road there in the metropolitan Baguio. So there are many people walking on that street. It's quite popular, and happy to experience to walk there. And we did we did we did visited many places there, just like in one day we visited at least four parks or gardens. So, and then on our last day we went to Manila, which is the capital city of the Philippines, because our flight were scheduled in the evening, so we had plenty of time to roam around in the city. However, it's very hot, so we just uh, uh, visited uh, a spot just like the famous Luneta Park, where and Fort Santiago, where our national hero Dr. Jose Rizal was imprisoned, and uh, when he was executed also. So we visited that uh, the Luneta Park where Dr. Jose Rizal was also the there buried there. So we just uh, made a picture taking, and then we got back to the van. So we used van as our vehicle because it's very hot, so we just dropped by there. And then we had a chance to go to this very fancy hotel, which is Okada. So it was my first time um, going on that hotel. It's quite a fancy hotel, and I just visited uh, what do you call this, their gaming place. And then we only just uh, for 10 to 20 minutes, and we then we went to another place, which is the uh, BGC, and then after that one we went on early in the airport, and then we got back in Davao City in the um, early morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then at in the afternoon I did go uh, to my workplace for 2 hours, signing documents, and then got home and then sleep and rest, because after that one it's work time. So that's the story of my vacation. So we did really enjoy uh, the places that we have visited on in Baguio and in Mountain Province and in Manila. The last time I went in Manila, I was just 3 years old. So it's quite a long time that I've set foot in Manila. So I'm excited next year when and where well I'll be um, having our trip. It's either just in the Philippines or probably on the neighboring countries like Thailand, uh, Vietnam, Singapore, probably Japan. I don't know. But it entails money for you to visit. So all you have to do is just put something and keep some portion of your money for that particular trip or vacation. So it should be planned early, at least a year early, so that you won't have any problems financially. So I am using free 10 here, which is black. So I'll be filling out mostly it's black, so I'll be filling out all the stitches here, but there are some colors that are used. So in the United States, I think it's already spring break, or in some parts of the world. So most of you are vacationing already. Here it's we called it summer because it's very hot uh, season. So we only have two uh, seasons here in the Philippines: the rainy season and the sunny season. So right now we are experiencing sunny season, so that would fall on March to it started March, and then usually June, up to June, and then in July comes the rainy season until uh, February. So usually, yes, February. In January, it's quite cold here in our place. No, it's colder on the northern part of the Philippines from December to January, and here in our place it's also cold. But during January and February, it's a quite rainy season here in our place. So right now we are experiencing for 35 up to 40 degrees Celsius heat index. So we are using centigrade here. So I don't know how if we convert it into Fahrenheit. So it's quite hot. So in here at home we don't have air conditioner in conditioning. So might as well go to work there. You can stay at your office and not bother on the you will not be bothered on the extreme heat. But if I will be staying here at home, oh my gosh, we only have electric fans here. We are not quite rich. Although there are trees all around, but it's not enough. The heat is penetrating. But luckily this Saturday it's cloudy and rainy, so the temp here is quite not hot, a bit cold, but still be using um, I am still using mm, electric fan. So what else I will be talking about? So it's already 38 minutes, so I still have how many minutes left to talk. I hope you enjoyed what you are seeing right now and what you are hearing, my stories. Sometimes you need to take a break from your work, especially if your work is quite stressed, especially uh, for example, my work is very a bit stressed because you need to troubleshoot something when there is a problem, and there are problems that are quite hard to troubleshoot. So you need to also to some in order for me to solve a particular problem, I need to pause first and think for a while on what to do. So when also preparing for a very very hectic working schedule, so we usually make some vacation before we start that dreadful, sometimes uh, stressed um, tasks. So you might as well enjoy yourself first before going to the battle. So just to keep you sane and just to keep your mental health stable. And aside from that one, stitching is also a one way for me to de-stress myself, especially after work. So when I go home before I sleep, so I just stitch. But sometimes when I'm very very tired, I just don't have time to stitch, so I tend to stitch on the weekend or at Friday nights. So it's like a therapy to me because um, your worries, sometimes I'm a bit overthinker. So when stitching, your uh, your mind can work properly, I guess. And sometimes you tend to forget the worriness, and the stress from your work. That is why I love stitching. So I still have to restart to full coverage, which is the mini Victor. I think I already did discuss this one. So right now I have 18 full coverage whips, and last Easter sale I purchased two more Heaven and Earth design, and I hope I can have a new start on that one, probably next year or probably this year if I manage to purchase a fabric. So on my mind, I am planning to purchase a 25 count Lugana 1 meter, and then I'll divide it in half. Probably it will fit. And then I also have plans to how many stitches uh, that I wanted to make on each of my full coverage projects. So just like on my mini whips, when the mini version of my whips, I would like to add at least 20,000 stitches this year each, although I hope it's doable, so that I can have a finish after 4 years or 3 years. So I have three minis, so at least I can have a full coverage finish. And then for my big big my regular uh, full coverage, I think I wanted to have at least 30,000 stitches. I think it's not possible. At least 10,000, I guess. But it depends on my it depends on my mood. It depends on my drive. It depends on how disciplined I am when stitching. So just like right now, I am filming, so it is expected my stitches I my stitching is low. So in an hour I am able to stitch 100 stitches, I guess. just just this filming. And it's quite late already here. I think it's already Sunday morning. It's midnight already. So I just wanted to finish this one. So if you are watching this video for the first time, this is a stitch with me, and my channel is all about cross stitching. So if you are a cross stitch lover, so you are on the right video or channel, and you might as well subscribe to my channel. Just click the red button there and probably watch my whip parade videos. So you will be seeing plenty of whips, especially fancy lady whips. So for this year, I am focusing more on full coverage. I am controlling myself on stitching full coverage. Because I wanted to have more progress on my full coverage, because during that time when I was into fancy lady, my full coverage whips were left unattended or haven't stitched. So that's why I decided to go back again to my full coverage, which is my first uh, interest in cross stitching full. So the fancy lady whips that I chose on my focus whips, if you watched my flush job number 67, I was discussing there. I also shared 25 whips that I will be focusing on this year. So there are only 5 fancy lady whips, and I wanted to finish those this year. So once it is finished, I'll be choosing another fancy lady that will be included on my focus piece. So On my Mirabilia whips, I did have three. One is a Nora Corbett, and the two are the Season Queens, and I already have the beads, their beads, and the floss, metallic threads. All I have to do is to stitch and finish it. So I am 60 to 70%, so I hope I will be able to touch that one and finish. So for on my Bella Filipina, I already purchased the beads and the metallic threads at 1 2 free stitch. So but I noticed that um, metallic threads, the acrylic threads, especially the golds, the Vatican gold, the amber, the fuchsia colors, they are not available in 1 2 free stitch. And also, if I converted it on the rainbow gallery, it's not also there, not available. So I'll try to purchase it to another chart, or I think I did uh, convert it into on a DMC Light Effects. So let's see. So my two Bella Filipina right now is Queen Sari and the Aquila. So I think that would be all on this Stitch With Me video. So I was able to finish at least one block here. So mostly made out of free 10 color. So tomorrow I will continue stitching it. At least I'll be able to get 1,000 stitches as one. I need to uh, fix this block here because it's only 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So I need to fix this one because it's incorrect, so that I will not be confused when stitching. So I don't know what will I do with this one. Probably I'll be stitching it on the other side. So let's see what happens. So that would be all on this video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next week on my next flush tube video update, hopefully. And probably I'll be doing another video, or or live, I guess, on May 1, I guess, because it's Labor Day and it's holiday. So bye everyone, and happy stitching.